Hi guys, welcome back. This is Tracy, and I think I might upload this video to both channels. So I'm not sure which one you're watching it from, whether it's TR's Tarot Talk 1111 or just Tarot Talk 1111. Okay, but I was gonna do just the twin flame stuff on the new channel. But then I got to thinking that's not really fair to my viewers who have been coming to my channel for a while now because they're twin flames. So, right? I don't know. I'm going to probably upload it to both channels. Okay. I shuffled these. I put a lot of prayer and meditation into this. And I just, yeah, we're just going to go for it. Okay. I really am hoping the bottom of the decks, I just want to show you. We have Love Begins and Milk and Honey. And usually I wouldn't give you the preview like that, but I don't know, it brought me a lot of hope. And so I'm hoping this reading is a really profound reading, okay? So the top layer of cards are all the After Tarot. As I mentioned in my other reading, that I just bought these and I kind of wanted to work with them and learn them and, get the energy off of them. So this is going to be kind of like a love story is how I set my intentions. I wanted to see, I don't know if it's everybody's story, but hopefully it will have aspects that resonate with each of the viewers. That was my intention. But let's just see, is this your love story? Let me know in the comments below because I was really called to do this and inspired. All right, so we're going to do the top layer first, and then I'll take the bottom cards as their clarifiers. And then over here, this pile here is kind of how spirit is showing up in this. Because there's always that hand behind the curtain that I believe is our higher selves. It's collective consciousness. It's the universe. It's what I like to call the God of the universe, the creative source, whatever you want to call it. Okay. But I believe wholeheartedly, at least it's my belief system, that spirit is always working in the background. There's always something going on that we don't really necessarily know about, right? Sometimes our intuition will tap us into it, especially when spirit wants us to. But it's just, I want to see, what is the hand behind the curtain doing about this love story? Okay, how is it showing up? All right, so let's start off. The first card we have here is the Five of Swords. Can you give me, I'd like you to give me just a minute. Wow. Okay, so I'm hearing kicking ass and taking names. I don't know why. Go with me, okay? Because I really want to do this intuitively. I just want to bring the story to you. So what I see here, this is not the typical Five of Swords. This is the After Tarot. In the typical Five of Swords, this guy shows up all clad in his armor. He's prepared for battle. It gives you the feeling of almost like a bully. Like, I'm going to show up totally prepared to kick your ass, and the people in the regular Five of Swords, they look like they weren't prepared. Like they were maybe out having a picnic or walking on the beach, and this guy just showed up and said, I need a win today, so let's duel. And they're like, well, we're not really in the dueling mode. And he's like, on guard or I'll chop your head off. So they end up fighting and they lose, of course, right? I don't know. I'm just, it's story time. Let's enjoy this, okay? So what I see in this is I see a peasant. I see somebody that's been through a lot in their life, okay? And I see him holding this sword up, looking like, I just kicked some ass and took some names. Okay, I feel like there has been some kind of a battle or strife or feel like people People telling this guy how to live his life, what he needs to do. I just feel like he took a stand and he sent these people running with their tail between their legs. I feel like he's saying, it's my turn to take a win, right? It's my turn to take a win. But he didn't show up all clad in armor and no, these were this was a true battle. He had to overcome whatever these people in the background was dealing to him, right? So in this story, it looks to me like this man has overcome. He worked really hard. Look, he doesn't look what's the word I want to say? He doesn't look like a schmuck. He looks happy. He looks, he doesn't look defiant and mean. The energy coming off of this individual in this card to me feels like somebody who had been thumbed under, nagged, ragged on, told what to do, people taking his power away from him. And he just finally took a stand and said, you know what? I'm not taking it. Not today. Today I'm kicking ass and taking names. Okay? So what's next? Okay, we've got the Page of Wands. I'm going to give you a second to look at the picture so that you can maybe get some energy off of it. And then I'm going to take a look at it. If you give me a moment to look at it, we'll see what's going on here. Okay, so this is the Page of Wands. Pages are usually messengers. I don't know. It looks to me, he looks sad. He looks like he's walking away from something that he thought had a lot of promise. Because I noticed that this rod has growth on it, but I also see the little bits and pieces of it falling off over here. So it's almost like this page brought this message of passion. I noticed too on his gown or tunic, I guess you would call it, there are salamanders in a circle, a semicircle. Semicircles to me feel like incompletions. And the salamander, I believe what I read on that was that salamanders dart in and out of fire. What did I read? I read online somebody told a story about how they had a campfire for real. Like this isn't myth, but for real, they had a campfire. And these little salamanders would like run into the fire and then run back out again. And I think what they said was that, there's an old myth, legend, that salamanders cannot be consumed by fire. I'm not sure that that's true, but I believe that's what, indigenous people believed because they go into the fire long enough to get warm and they run back out again, right? So they thought they were born of fire. I don't know why I'm telling you this. I don't. I'm just telling a story. Okay? It's story time, tarot talk. So I kind of feel like there's an incompletion here. There's something that this young man, this page, in his youth, I'm feeling in the youth too. Like, I don't know that this is current energy. This is almost like, let me tell it to you this way, okay? When I was in my early teens or early 20s, 30s, young, okay? I fell in love with this young lady and I wanted to court her. But I don't feel like it worked out for them. I don't think it ever matured. I feel like this relationship just never really matured. And I feel like this instead of becoming kings and queens, because see, there's a woman in the background, and I don't think she looks like she's rejecting him. I think it looks like she's calling him back. I get the energy like, please don't go, don't leave me. But I don't think this relationship ever truly matured. But I feel like it was a long standing, like a long for a long time. So, I'm going to get the rest of the story. We'll go back to that because there is a clarifier for it. But I get this feeling like this might be past energy. Okay, it's like, yeah, when I was young, I fell in love. Maybe I got married. Maybe we moved in together. Maybe we courted for a long time. All right, but it just went round and round and round like the salamander chasing its tail and never being able to catch it. So it looks like this page gave up and walked away because the rod is it the new growth is literally withering and dying and falling off of the rod. So I don't think this relationship ever really fully matured, and these people never really got to the promise, right? The promise of something that could last forever. I don't feel like this is I don't feel like this is your energy. Whoever's watching this, I kind of feel like this is your person, or maybe this is like your old story. Let's see where it goes. All right. Oh, we were talking about salamanders. Look at that big fat one. That's not like the one on his tunic, is it? This one looks powerful. This is sitting in the hand of the divine. And it's, I just, look, the salamander distracted me. I didn't even see what card it was. It's an Ace of Wands, guys. So, I feel like this guy walked away from something that never really totally fulfilled him, never really made it into the commitment that he thought it would be. And I feel like it was a battle for him to get away from this. This is like he had to overcome so many people that were interfering or telling him what to do or whatever. Now we've got the Ace of Wands, and this guy, he looks like he's walking toward it, totally toward his element, right? It's like, do, 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 do. Yep, I'm going after my Ace of Wands. I'm going after the real McCoy. Look at, there's no death or dying on this rod. Looks a little phallic to me, right? Like the big fat wand. And this is masculine energy, the salamander. I'm feeling masculine energy. So I feel like he's walking away from being a page and moving into his masculinity, his power, his fire. We'll look a little more. Oh, and look in the background here is a castle. Okay. Castles, guess who lives in castles, guys? Royalty, right? Royalty. Not farm girls. Just saying. All right, so let's see. What else is this story telling us? Okay, so now we've got this 9 of Cups. I got to show it to you because this is the after tarot. This is not the normal deck, so you have to really look at the symbolism. Look at this young guy's face bringing this man his plate. He looks tired. He looks worn out. He looks like he's tired of fulfilling everybody else's wishes and never getting his own fulfilled. I mean, he's bringing this guy in the normal tarot. This guy's sitting here with a smug look on his face, his arms crossed over his chest, 9 cups behind him. Sometimes it's my drunkard card. Not always, different decks. The 9 is always the promise of the highest and best emotional fulfillment. Okay. It's where you're at the wishing part. Okay. And when the 9 cups show up, it's wish fulfillment. So this guy's been sitting on his throne, and it looks like this poor, tired, where is he? Oh, backwards, sorry. This poor, tired person. And look, he even looks like this guy in the 5 of Swords. So I feel like this guy in the 5 of Swords and the Page of Wands, I feel like he's had a lot of battles. He's had to overcome people's opinions, things going on in his life that I feel like everybody else kind of took his power from him and designed his life for him. All right. But he took a stand and he left behind some kind of a relationship. It could be a karmic relationship. I mean, just saying, we are talking divine masculine and feminine. But it looks like he's walking away from somebody that, there was a lot of potential with, but it just never truly matured. That the salamander never caught its tail. It was a never-ending chase, is what I'm hearing. Okay, but he's moving toward his masculinity and toward his royalty with this big fat ace of wands. This is fire. This is fire is what animates us. It's what gets us off our butt and moving, right? I think he's tired of fulfilling everybody else's wishes. This looks to me like this guy is a nice guy. He's just spent his entire life in service to others who just never really was grateful for everything that he did for them. He was kind of overlooked, looked at like the hired help, right? Yeah, that's what I'm getting off of that. Okay, so now we know this guy, he's not real happy. He's trying to move towards something that's more mature, more stable, something passionate and fiery. And he's tired of being everybody's, servant. He's tired of giving everybody else their wish fulfillment and never quite getting his, right? So now we got this 4 of Cups and he's saying, no, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. See this girl back here? She just didn't do it for him. It never matured. It never got to where it needed to be. So now he's walked away. He's hoping to move toward this. And he's just kind of taking a rest. He's sitting under a tree and he's taking that cup and he's like, no, I thought this was the right cup. I thought it was divinely given. And I do believe it was, because I personally, as a reader, I believe every karmic relationship that we have is a true, true gift, because no matter how difficult it is a lesson that is necessary to put us on the path of moving into our royalty, moving into the beginning of something that's more sustainable, right? More passionate, more driven, more action oriented. And this guy's just saying, no, thank you. He's like, no, thank you. No, thanks. He's literally just sitting there. He plucked that cup right out of the divine's hands and dumped it on the ground. He's like, I know that you're a gift from God, but I learned all the lessons I could learn from you. And now I'm just going to dump you out and say, no, thank you. Aw, look, because I'm going to heal my heart. I'm going to heal. And it does look like this was a karmic situation, right? We got the 3 of Swords. 3 for me as a reader is usually, there's one too many people in this situation. And also, the 3 of Swords to me is always a heartbreak. The reason why it hurts so damn bad is because you're in love with both people. At least that's the way I read it as a reader is, you're in love with both of these people. And that's why it is a third-party situation. If there wasn't any love here, it would have been really easy to walk away. But this was not easy. This was a battle, okay? He had to really battle his way out of this. And look, he's got 3 swords in his hands, right? And here's 3 swords on the ground. And this is a healing card. See, this heart is wrapped in bandages. It's on the mend. This is a mended heart. Oh, I love that analogy. Look and it's raining and he don't care. He's like, let it rain, because rain will cleanse me. Rain will soothe me. Rain will wash away all the pain, right? So that I can mend my heart. All right, so now let's go to the second layer, shall we? Well, we have 8 of Swords in reverse. So we're going to pair them up, okay, and look at the story here. So here's this guy. He had to fight, a battle to get these assholes off his back, right? He's like, go away. I don't need your opinion. I don't need you to dictate my life. I don't need you to tell me, how many people rely on me to fulfill their wishes when my wish is just like a wasted cup. And I'm ready to move away because I'm no longer stuck in my head. I got my clarity. My stinking thinking about this situation has been conquered. Wow. Ooh, ooh, I like this one. All right, so for me as a reader, this can be the twin flame journey. This can be the 1111. It's the Four of Wands, okay? It's called Foundations and Achievements, but it's clarifying this walking away card. So I kind of feel like this guy's walking away from perhaps a marriage. This can also be a marriage card. Could be, we were young, dumb, and full of you know what. And the passion was all there was. There was no foundation. There was no four walls that, could hold this. We needed more. We needed more. No, foundation was not there. And I'm leaving. Goodbye. I know, maybe not. You guys can read it the way you want to, but this is what I see here. I also see like broken home. I see a broken home. Maybe this girl in the background here, maybe she was married. Because look at, kind of looks like her with the braid going down her back. Either way, I feel like one or both of you walked away from a marriage that might have began in your youth, your younger days, being a long-term relationship. Okay, but I don't think it didn't ever, it was like chasing your tail. It just never got you anywhere, right? The foundation was not as sturdy as it needed to be. All right, so let's see what the Salamander Ace of Wands has. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Universe. Yes, this is the World card. So look at that. You've got the World and the Ace of Wands together. How beautiful is that? I mean, this guy, I don't know who he is, and it doesn't have to be a guy, guys. Fluidity, energy. It's masculine energy. That's all I got to say. I don't care what kind of body it lives in. This is definitely masculine energy. Okay. So this man, this young guy, old guy, perhaps an older guy now. I think this is the past. He walked away from something he thought was really promising, and it wasn't. He gave up. He had to mend his heart. He had to choose, is what I'm hearing. He had to choose. And look, when I heard that in my head, I looked over at this and look at, he's holding that one sword up like, this is my sword. I think he chose. And that's why it's time to mend the heart, because the three swords have been pulled out, ripped out mercilessly in a storm too. So there could have been some fighting going on here. All right, but there is this beautiful continuity. It's like whoever this person is, whether this is you or your person, it's like you're flawlessly walking out of this karmic relationship or this whatever this is, into this beautiful new beginning, ending the cycle of making or of fulfilling everybody else's wishes and never, ever, ever fulfilling your own. Okay. This is really beautiful. I like this. All right. So let's take and don't forget, we have Love Begins and Milk and Honey. I mean, how gorgeous is that? So whatever this Ace of Wands in this World card is, it's going to be phenomenal. And look, underneath that card, I just noticed it says new life. New life. All right, so what's the hand behind the curtain doing? What is the divine up to? Ooh, Knight of Pentacles. Wow, I really like this because none of this here, none of this looked sustainable. Now we've got, and I like this deck because this is the After Tarot. Give me just a moment to look at this, guys. Just a minute. Yeah. This Knight's horse in most decks is standing stagnant. I mean, it's just not moving at all. All right, but this horse is rearing. This horse has got his head back, like and his foot in the air. He's ready to go. He's ready to go. All right, so I feel like the divine is motivating something stable to come into this scenario. It's like the Knight of Pentacles, that's grounded, that's, positive force. This is I'm coming with something that you can bite into, something so solid you can bury it in the background in 20 years from, or in the backyard, and 20 years from now it'll still be there. That's how solid Spirit is bringing this offer in for these people. Okay, what's clarifying that? Oh yeah, the Star card. The Star card, somebody wished for this. This is wish fulfillment. I have a sneaking feeling that this guy right here, he's going after his wish fulfillment. Think about that just for a moment. Don't that play out just perfect? I'm tired of fulfilling everybody else's wishes. Now the divine is showing me to move toward my own wish fulfillment. That's beautiful. I like that. We're going to go with that, guys. Oh, we never did the second layer. Okay, whatever. It's story time, right? So the Nine of Cups, we forgot to do the second layer on the second row. We'll just do that now and we'll go back to the Spirit. All right, so Nine of Cups, Nine of Wands. Okay, this guy right here, he really, really is in service to other people. Probably not because he has to be. A lot of times, especially it's a water card, right? It could be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. But water signs, I know because I'm a double Cancer, they tend to nurture everybody. It's like, the mothers, the fathers, the daddies and mommies of the zodiac, right? It's like, I just feel like this guy has learned some real spiritual lessons. He never gave up hope. He held up all those responsibilities. He held up all the people around him, the wife, the kids, the neighbors, the boss, the co-workers, the brothers and sisters and nieces and nephews. And oh my God, I'm feeling exhausted just looking at this. I mean, it was very burdensome, but I feel like it was a burden he took on his own, like because of his heart. Okay, because he was such a loving, warm, kind person, he allowed everybody else's needs to be fulfilled before his own. And he carried this burden. And through all of this, he became spiritually stronger and probably had a spiritual awakening. Okay, let's move these over. I'm sorry, guys. That was a real mess up. Our story can't go into the spiritual realm until we see what's happening on the 3D, right? All right, so clarifying this Four Cups, no thank you. No, I know it was a gift from God, and I've learned my lesson, truly. I'm grateful for the lessons I've learned, but I think I'll pass on this one because I'm moving on. The foundation was not what it needed to be. All right, so clarifying this no thank you is a brand new beginning. And doesn't that just figure the way that the world works, the way the divine works is, I talk a lot about cleaning out the shoe closet, right? You get rid of something that doesn't serve you and Spirit will automatically bring you right back around with something that does. Okay, it's the letting go, it's the walking away that is the key, Spirit wants us to recognize that we are divine creatures, divine, we're just light beings, right? And we were created in the image of creation. And so we matter, whether you believe it or not. Our feelings, our wants, our needs, our emotional fulfillment matters. Okay. And this guy, he's just too busy fulfilling everybody else's emotional wishes and not his own. Well, not anymore. Not anymore. Okay. And under this Three of Swords, healing. Look at how beautiful, beautiful that heart is mending. A mending heart is what I'm hearing. Oh, soulmate. Look at this as the Six of Cups. Oh my God, Spirit just said that this, well, of course, it's a twin flame reading, right? Or divine, it doesn't have to be twin flames, can be just divine love, right? But memories of love. So this person, remember how there were two people here? It takes you got to be in love with two to have three swords. Well, we obviously see the one that didn't make it, right? The one that no thanks, no, not me. I'm done. I'm not interested. I'm moving on, creating new beginnings for me, and closing out old cycles of servitude. Okay. And knowing my worth and being reborn through the fire. Yeah, I'm getting like the phoenix rising, right? Well, here's the other half of that quote to you. This is the Six of Cups, okay? This is the other person. This is the one. And I'm hoping it's you, right? Or your person. Because, well, of course it is, because you're watching my channel, right? Anyhow, so the Six of Cups is what is the other half of the three, right? You got this person and then two people that he or she was deeply in love with. Okay. And I really do feel that. I feel like whatever this person was, they truly loved them. They wanted this to work out. They wanted this to be a marriage. They wanted this to be a good foundation, right? They tried, they brought the message, they hung out, and it just never, ever got there. And I think that made this person very sad because they had to choose between what they thought was their soulmate and the one that they know is their soulmate. Okay. I feel like they've had that spiritual enlightenment during this period of the Nine of Wands. Okay. So now we're going to go back, and I do apologize. I just was in the mood to tell a story. So now we've got the divine back here motivating this person to kick it in high gear, right? We're not the Knight of Swords. We're not the Knight of Wands even, or Knight of Cups. Now this is secure, stable. This is in the 3D too. For those of you, if you are a twin flame, there can be a very, very loving romance between you and your twin in your dream state and in the 5D, in your higher selves. But this is grounding that energy into the 3D realm. This is a solid offer, guys. Okay, because Spirit is giving this person their wish fulfillment. Their wish fulfillment. Not everybody else's, but their very own. What else do we have? All right, so these are oracles, guys. We have planting seeds. Seeds of grace are being planted in the fertile soil of my soul. Okay, so it does look like a new beginning, right? With the aces here, or the ace in the world. It does feel like a new beginning. So you got to plant seeds. No, spirits. Okay. I kind of got like a vibe off of this. I wasn't really getting the vibe. It didn't seem to fit, the story. But Spirit just said to me, this is harvesting seeds that were planted in your soul, not in your soil, not in your backyard, not in your garden, in your soul. Okay. A long time ago. This is because this is the one, right? This is the seed of potential that was sown. And look, there's a sun rising in the background, and there's a bird on the fence post. Could be in spring, guys. I don't know. Could be. Just saying. All right. So what else do we have? A leg up. Look at that. I love these cards. What are these called? Wisdom? No. I'm bad about this, guys. I never keep my boxes. I just, I'm not that way. Anyhow, we have a leg up and to be fair. And I think this is because this is spirit, right? Spirit is bringing in, solidifying this offer and fulfilling this person's wishes, giving them a leg up to balance the scales, to make it fair, because none of these other cards, okay, this wasn't fair. None of this was fair. This person didn't get now they chose it, okay, it was part of their life lessons, but it just didn't seem to fulfill them. We have an 11 with the to be fair. It's a 38, breaks down to an 11. And then, we have 7. That's kind of cool because my birthday's 7/11. Yeah, and this is an 8. This is just a beautiful reading. And then, just to sum it all up, we have, I'm going to take these last 2 because it really seems to fit the agenda here. We have love begins. And also for me as a reader, the Ace of Cups is self-love. You got to fill your own cup before you can fill anybody else's. And it's another 1. Okay, and then we have milk and honey that clarified that. Milk and honey and love begins. And then we have new life and the Hierophant, wisdom. Okay. Oh, and look at that. That looks like that same house, doesn't it? Only, I see the dog too. Spirit is really giving you loyalty and a leg up. I think, this book shining like this and the sun in the background and in this house that looks run down and the family looks tired and weary. And, I think this card is just saying it's a 5 too, and we've got 5 here, 5 of Swords. So these 2 cards is telling me that, you're going to get a new life away from whatever didn't work, this foundation that just, I'm sorry, but it looks like a family, like somebody's leaving a family behind. One of you or both of you might have been married or shacking up or whatever. Okay, so this is the energy for this week. And now I'm just going to get a couple of these cards for us because we're telling a story, right? I like stories. All right, Spirit, let's just get a couple more oracle cards for some advice on this. Isn't a love story. Okay, I didn't ask for Spirit to say what energy are we going through right now, even though it looks like they did anyways. What I was asking for is a love story. Show me the love story between this divine masculine and divine feminine that I'm channeling. Could be you, could be somebody else. All right, it's whoever Spirit thought needed to hear this. So if it resonates, make sure you give it a thumbs up and let me know in the bottom. Wow, maybe I don't need another card. There we go. Oh, we got 2. See, just when you say it. Law of attraction. Each thought is an investment that pays immediate dividends. So invest your thoughts wisely. You have the power to choose your thoughts and align them with love, peace, and harmony. At your request, we will gladly attune your energies to higher frequencies. Oh, this is beautiful. Look at this. This lady's holding a beautiful little baby doe, this angel, and she's got butterflies that means transformation. She has a wolf. If you guys know what your totem animal is, there's a wolf here. There's a jaguar. There is a rabbit. No, that's a squirrel. Ooh, squirrels in pictures for me are usually somebody's watching you. I don't know why. I watched a video once and it resonated, and I've always used it since. So when I see squirrels in my tarot cards or in my oracle cards, it makes me think that somebody's had an eye on you or you've had an eye on somebody else. But it's the law of attraction, and tomorrow is the harvest moon, guys. It is full moon in Pisces, And there's a lot of water here. There's a lot, well, there's everything, so we won't go there. It's just energy anyhow. But look at all, I mean, this is all the totem animals. This is transformation. This is an angel that is telling you that if you can just raise your vibration to match the person, place, or thing that you're trying to manifest, then you can bring to you your heart's desire. And then we have, it's funny I said that, because now we have, what do you desire? What is your heart's desire? Okay, this lady, this angel looks like she's in a watercolor. It looks like she's creating, she has painted herself into her own portrait. Okay, so if you are creating with the law of attraction, if you're creating is what I'm hearing. If you're the creator, if you're the painter, what is it you desire? What are you going to put on your canvas? You now have the opportunity to write the script according to your heart's true desires. Once you clearly decide upon your true desires and know that you're ready and deserving of them, they'll rush into your life as if by magic. All right, guys, that's been your reading. This has been a love story. I hope it's yours. Might be mine. I don't know. I don't know. Nobody talks to me about mine. So I hope it's your love story. And give it a thumbs up, like it, subscribe, share, all of those lovely things. And if you want your own private reading, maybe I could tell you your love story. Okay? Hit the link below. And if you'd like to donate, there's one of those down there too. Okay? I love you guys. And I know it's been a long video, but I'm having fun. So have a great evening. Bye-bye.